Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling. I shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today. Well, we'll be talking about... I don't know. There's a Nintendo Direct actually came out today, which I have seen bits and pieces from. I understand the new Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 has now been renamed Tears of a Kingdom, which makes sense. I still haven't played Breath of the Wild 1, despite the fact I've owned... It was actually one of the first, like, two or four games, I can't remember, that I bought on my Switch. It was Breath of the Wild. It was... I can't even remember what the first games I bought were. It was not Animal Crossing because it hadn't been released yet. I think it might have been Mario Kart and maybe Smash. I'm not really sure. Hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow at 6:09 PM on Tuesday, September 13th, 2022. It was one of the first games I bought on the Switch. Way back in the early days of the Switch when there was only like 4 good games. It was Breath of the Wild, it was Mario Kart, there was Mario Odyssey almost coming out, and something else. It was one of the first games I bought, and I've literally never played it. I don't know why necessarily. I don't think I have particularly anything against Legend of Zelda or any of its games. I've not played much of them when I was younger. Also, why do we have a Vivian one still? That should have probably been thrown away. Sorry, Vivian. It's not that, like, I hate Legend of Zelda or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. It's more the situation where... Oh god, I didn't mean to pick it up. I have never really played a Legend of Zelda game. That's not true. I've technically played... I can't even remember. It's one of Seasons or something. That was on the Game Boy because a family friend had it like on... I visited them on holiday or something ages ago, and I played it then. It might be... No, I don't think it was Into the Past. It was something about Seasons, that's what I remember, and I think it was a lot to do with time travel. That's the only one I played. And I've never played any others. I know a decent amount about Wind Waker because I used to watch Chugga Conroy and he played through it on his channel ages ago. But I bought Breath of the Wild because it was so well reviewed, and it was like, oh, you know, this seems like a perfect entry point in actually trying Legend of Zelda, and I just never got around to doing it. And I think part of the reason is because it's kind of a daunting task to do it, and you might be like, what? Well, it's not only is it like an incredible game, but it's an open world incredible game where there's so much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? But it's like, well, whenever a game is so open-ended, it's sort of like paralysis analysis, the thing where it's like so open-ended, right? I don't know what to do in it. So, you know, I'm sort of like intimidated by that subconsciously. So it sort of doesn't not make me want to play it. It just sort of like dissuades me from playing it a little bit, being like, oh, I'm going to start off, I'm going to have no idea what I'm doing. And also, I mean, it's happened before. Like, it's I had Skyrim, like, and I played it for a few hours, but at some point I just stopped playing it, mainly because maybe it was like too open-ended. I don't know. Maybe I like linear paths. I mean, maybe that's why I like sort of like indie RPGs so much, not because they have linear paths, but they have like preset paths, and a lot of it is sort of just like understanding, like interacting and seeing the world, but you know, the world sort of follows a vague direction you need to go in. Not to say that the others don't, but yeah, I guess it's sort of just like true open world doesn't appeal to me as much as I thought it possibly would have. You gave me 10 acorns? What am I going to do with all these acorns? How many acorns do I have in my storage? Would you be... Because I must have so many now, because I visit you every single day. I actually don't have nearly as many as I thought I do. I've, in fact, way more... No, I don't have way more snowflakes. The snowflakes go in sets of 10. But yeah, new Legend of Zelda, new Pikmin 4 coming, which is pretty cool. I beat Pikmin 1, you know, 100%ed it. Well, maybe not 100%, but I got the good ending, I'm pretty sure. Pikmin 2, I think I have. I don't remember where I got up to. I'm pretty sure I have it. I don't remember where I got up to on it. I don't even remember what console I bought it on. Did I buy it on a Wii? Did it come out on the Wii U? No, that's Pikmin 3, wasn't it? I honestly don't remember. But I do remember how Pikmin 2. And then I'm not beat it, but I would say I probably got about halfway, and the reason I never beat it was because I got to the dungeon where, I can't remember what dungeon it is, but it's a dungeon where it's the giant metal thing. If you spend too long on one part of the floor, a giant metal steamroller basically comes out and like flattens your Pikmin if you spend too long. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to deal with this, so I didn't deal with it. So I just like never, you know, whenever you get up to a point in the game where it's just too difficult for you to beat, and you're like, I don't want to do this right now. And then you just stop playing it for a bit. You know, it's happened less and less increasing. not very often with me right now, because there's, of course, the games I play in my spare time, I make YouTube videos on. And there's basically no other games apart from my gacha games, which I play outside of my YouTube channel. But the games I play on my YouTube channel are the only games I play, which are not multiplayer games or gacha games. So that's happened less and less frequently, you know, just by sort of the peer pressure, I suppose, of playing a YouTube channel, doing a YouTube channel and recording YouTube videos, right? By the time, if I hit a wall in the game where I'm just like, I don't know how to scale it, it's like a really difficult thing, you just have to keep like bashing your head against it until you finally climb over it. There's no, you know, opportunity per se to just be like, oh, you know, I'm just not going to play for it for a bit and then, you know, just like completely forget about it and, you know, never pick up the game again. It happens, you know. I've done it in, I think I did it in Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, which is crazy because the Shadow Queen boss fight was really difficult from what I recalled. And then I just stopped playing it for ages before I went back to finish it. It happened, what else has it happened in? Whenever you hit like some sort of grinding thing, you know, Pokemon Sword, I hit it like, I'm right before the 8th gym and I just never got around to it. Because Pokemon Sword, you know, I said bits and pieces about Pokemon Sword. At the time, you know, Dexit, you know, as it was called, I wasn't too bothered by it because I only ever really used new Pokemon from the new generations, so I never bring Pokemon over. But I was like, that's like a controversial thing. That's kind of controversial thing that's happening. But you know, I like to think I wasn't wholly too bothered by it. The thing I was more bothered by was the fact of the reasoning. The reasoning they gave was it was like they couldn't import all the models. But I was just like, why do we have all these models and new models in Sun and Moon, which I guess you can't import them across, but it also seems like a bit strange that they redid them all for like one of the, I don't know if it was Sun and Moon or X and Y. One of the two they redid it for them, it was just like, oh, you know. Honestly, you know, it's wild that was one of the reasons I gave, because I 100% buy the reason being like storage space is getting too big. And it's nice to have like a central hub for your Pokemon, which you can bring Pokemon along on adventures. I don't know if that hub exists anymore. It's like Pokemon Home, right? Didn't it shut down? Or was it Pokemon Bank that shut down? One of the things shut down. Anyway, I like the idea of having basically a central Pokemon game where all the Pokemon exist in perpetuity and forever, and it has like backwards compatibility where you can bring each Pokemon to the new generation's game. I feel like that'd be super cool if that was an actual thing we did, but you know, it doesn't seem like it. That's what we should have, like a Pokemon Ami or like Pokemon Ranch sort of thing, where you can just store all your Pokemon and then just bring them across when you feel like it, but that's not really for me to decide. Anyway, why was I talking about Pokemon? Oh yeah, I got to Pokemon Sword. Pokemon Sword is an incredibly easy game. Now I'll say its environmental design and its Pokemon designs I think are pretty cool, but I will say it certainly feels like it lacks a little bit in story and it lacks a little bit in substance. You know, like the routes are incredibly short from what I recall. But anyway, that's not really what I'm here to talk about. I already talked about Pokemon Sword and Shield. To make it more interesting for me, I basically had 3 ongoing parties, so I had like 18 Pokemon, and then just before like the 8th gym I was like, okay, I kind of want all these Pokemon to be like roughly the same sort of level, so I started grinding, and it turns out grinding in Pokemon is incredibly boring. So you know, I just never finished Pokemon Sword because I just couldn't be bothered to get around to making all my team the same level or so much of that. At some point I should probably get around to do it, you know, actually beating it. It happened with X and Y or Sun and Moon, I can't remember which one. No, X and Y, where I basically like beat a lot of the game up to like just before the 8th gym, I think again, actually. And then I went back to it like years later, beat the game, despite the fact I basically didn't remember anything that was going on in it. And I never got around to doing the post game in that game as well, because apparently there's like some detective stuff you can do. I don't know why I just suddenly just like stopped at some points, but you know, I just did. Anyway, what else could we talk about? I guess that's what we're talking about, like random like brick walls in games, hard, you know. It's not really brick walls, but like difficult challenges game, abandoned games, that sort of thing. Trying to think what other games I did it with. Oh, and like so I talk about this sort of thing a lot. I mean, I talk about video games in general quite a lot. So I suppose you probably aren't surprised at this point. But I did it with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Sky or Time. I don't remember which one I had. I think I had Time. Well, I got to the final world dungeon, and the dungeon was so incredibly hard that I basically I attempted it like 30 times, and then I kept dying every single time, and I got frustrated and was just like, you know what, screw this. So I stopped playing it for a bit, and I just never got around to beating it. I remember, I think I was a Pikachu in that game. A Pikachu, my partner was a Piplup. That sounds about right. And did we have Grovyle as a partner in that game? Or was Grovyle in Mystery Dungeon Red? Which I did complete, by the way. I completed that one. I was a Charmander and had a Chikorita partner. Oh, that nearly actually happened in that game as well, because at one point in that game, spoilers I suppose, for like a 16-year-old game maybe, you have to fight Moltres in like one of the dungeons, but seeing as I was a fire Pokemon and my partner was a grass Pokemon, it was an absolute nightmare, and it took me so many attempts. Basically it just took me attempts of me grinding up over and over and over and over again until I got a high enough level to, I can't even remember how I defeated Moltres, but I just basically soloed the entire thing, I think, while my partner was sort of just died or something. Anyway, sorry, Raymond conversation. What's the best compliment you ever received? Someone once said I was sassy. That's a compliment, right? Everyone likes a sassy neighbour. Actually, I don't think I can narrow it down to just one. I received tens of compliments over a year. Raymond, you certainly are sassy, and I think that's a good old compliment. You got a bit of attitude, you're a bit of fun, as they say. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying with this. I'm trying to think of other games I just sort of abandoned because they were so difficult. I mean, I talked about it before, the fact I've abandoned, I've talked about all of this before, I suppose. I abandoned Dragon Quest IX. I think also the first time I abandoned it was because I reached a grinding point of the game, because I unlocked, like, the extra classes or whatever, and I was like, oh, I want to play the games of these classes, but I had to grind out the entire thing with these new classes, and it was such a bore that I just stopped. So when I restarted the game ages ago, on a holiday or something, I was like, oh, I brought my DS along, brought this game along. Why don't I play some Dragon Quest? And I must have been like in year 8 or something. So because I remember I named all my characters after My Little Pony characters. So I played as Fluttershy, a healer, and then I had, who did I have? Midiaro Secreto. That seems like a Raymond thing. I had Rainbow Dash as a rogue. I had, I think, Applejack as a knight or something, and then Rarity as like the bard character. Which makes no sense because that should be a Pinky. I think Pinky was a monk. I feel like I was 6 base classes, and then Twilight Sparkle was a wizard, and I like interchanged them in and out or something. That's what I remember. Anyway, the only thing I remember from Dragon Quest, which is the most annoying thing, is the fact that there are hidden classes, but to unlock them, for one character, you had to get their character class level up to a certain degree. Like, I can't remember, it was like a cleric, no, paladin class or something, but you had to get like level 20 in both cleric and warrior to actually unlock it, which is really annoying from what I recall. Excuse me, but pretty classic of Japanese RPGs to do that sort of thing. It happens in MMORPGs as well. Like, wasn't it a thing in MapleStory where you had to do something like that? I don't know if that's true anymore. One of my friends, she plays a lot of MapleStory, she could probably tell me, but I'm not going to ask her, I'm going to be honest. Not the most important thing in existence. But yeah, I remember that being rather annoying, so I stopped playing Dragon Quest. I wonder if maybe I could just find my DS, and I could just go through my DS games and see which ones I've beaten and which ones I haven't. Because I think my DS is in this little chest of drawers I've got beneath my desk. It's my electronics drawers, so it's got a lot of different things in here. It's also got my Game Boys, I suppose. So I believe my DS is in this, which is an old camera bag, sponsored by Mini, apparently. I'm not sponsored by Mini, but it's a Mini bag, the car company. Okay, that's a lot of Game Boys things in here. What is this? Nintendo AR cards, I remember that. Okay, that's a lot of Game Boy games. I can see which of these Game Boy games I beat. Probably not all of them, I'd certainly say. Oh my god, the Hamtaro games. Okay, Bratz. I'm pretty sure I beat this game. And I don't know why I beat this game, to be perfectly honest, but I did at some point. Hey, there's 2 DS games in here as well. I can't get them out. What's this? Crazy Frog Racer? Pardon me. These might be games I got from China or something, so they only worked on my DS before things got region locked. Tom and Jerry? Harry Potter and Order of Phoenix? I actually beat that game. I do remember that. Was it good? It was okay. Tom and Jerry, I don't remember. I don't think I beat. Crazy Frog Racer, I absolutely didn't beat. So Bratz, I'm pretty sure I beat. Bratz Rock Angels. I remember I had a rhythm game in that, and I loved playing a rhythm game for really no apparent reason. Why am I in here? I don't remember. Hamtaro Rainbow Rescue, I'm pretty sure I beat. I don't know if I 100%ed, because I remember there's a thing where post game you have like 100 tickets, invites to give out to people, and I gave out like 96 of them, and I couldn't find the 4 last people. I had to, hamsters. I had to give out the invitations to. So, and then I just restarted the game for some reason at that point. I should finish this game. It's actually legitimately quite a good game from the Hamtaro RPG franchise. The Hamtaro games are surprisingly good, is what I'd say. Ham games, pretty sure I beat this, but I'm pretty sure there's not really much of an end. You just continuously play it over and over again, the Olympics over and over and over again. But I definitely beat the story campaign. Donkey Kong Country. I do have Donkey Kong Country 2. I don't know where it is. There it is. Nope, have not beaten. In fact, I have played like 1 level of it. I didn't even buy them. These were given to me by a friend or something. Like, I remember a friend in primary school was giving out these Game Boy games or something to another one of our classmates or something, and he brought in like so many. I don't know why he gave out so many. It was very generous of him, to be honest. And then, you know, I was talking to him and because I was friends as well. He was like, "Oh yeah, you can have 2," and I was like, "Oh, can I pick these 2 Nintendo games?" And he was like, "Sure." I got the Kirby games. Apparently, this is a Japanese one. It must have been bought from China. Hoshino Kirby. Kirby of the Stars. I mean, it says Zhongwen on top, which would suggest to be Chinese, but Yume no... No, that's not Yume. No, it is Yume. Yume no... I don't know what that says. Deluxe... Oh, it's a deluxe edition, apparently. I can actually read it now, which is wild. To think about. In fact, I can actually read what it says now. It's been that long. I'm pretty sure I have beaten that once. Or at the very least, I got to a final boss. And I remember one time I got to a final boss, and when I saw my battery was low, and for whatever reason, for some inconceivable reason, instead of like trying to like find my charger and charge a game, or like pausing the game, or like saving the game, or doing anything like that, I just turned the game off. Because I was like, oh, I don't want to defeat this boss and then like have it not count because the battery ran out. So I just turned it off in the middle of a boss. I don't know why I did that. I have no reason to do so. So, but I do think I beat it later. I'm not sure. Pokemon Emerald. This one I got like way later. I definitely have not beaten that. And that has been remade. So who knows? I don't think this is where my DS games are. This is where my DS and DSi are. And apparently a load of batteries. Oh, because of my Pokemon Silver is in here. Oh, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red. Beat that, kind of. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know why this one's in a special pocket. I guess because it's a special game. The best Game Boy game I have? I don't know. Rainbow Rescue is pretty good. That's not where my DS games are. I don't know. That's where my Game Boys are. That used to be where my DS games are. In fact, my DS... Oh, you know what? My DS games aren't in this drawer. This is my old electronic stuff. Amazingly, my Game Boys aren't even in that thing. My DSs are. My old DSs are in that little bag, but my Game Boys aren't. You know, it's all a little bit of a mess. But I think my DS is in here. It's crazy. I have multiple chests of drawers. No? I don't know where my DS is. I'm going to be honest. It's a 3DS XL. It's a Pikachu one. Is it in here? Huh? Where is it? I legitimately don't know where it is. Maybe someone stole it. That'd be quite wild. What a way to find out in the middle of an Animal Crossing episode. I need to think about where it is. I legitimately don't exactly know. We just kind of put a damper on this whole bit I was going to do. I was going to look for the games and see which ones I've beaten. But, oh, you know what? Maybe it's in my cupboard. Why don't I go look, you know? Take a walk over to my cupboard. I don't know if you can still hear me. I'm going to assume you can't. It must be in here somewhere. You know what? I should probably pause this recording while I go do this, because I don't know if you can hear me. Oh, it turns out I'm a fool. It actually is in my electronics drawer. It's just buried under a Game Boy? I'm confused why there's Game Boys here, I'm going to be honest. It's in my Game Boy Advance case, which you might be like, why is your DS in a Game Boy Advance case? I don't know. It just is. Oh my god, it's tangled up in all these wires I put in over the years. Who could have done this except for myself? At some point I should get like another drawer or something to actually properly sort this out, instead of having literally all the electronics I own just in one drawer, which is very annoying, but here we go. Doesn't feel like there's many DS games in here, I'm going to be honest. In fact, there's only 2. There's only two 3DS games, Pokemon X and Pokemon New Leaf. Where are my DS games? Oh, you know what? I remember now. I put my DS games in my Game Boy case. That's why my Game Boy isn't in the Game Boy case, but the DS games are. This is such a mess. Why have I done this? All the mistakes I made is because that's how it used to be, and then I forgot I changed it like however many years ago. Here we go. Here are my DS games. Here's Pokemon Silver as well. I was wondering what that was. Get them all out of here. There's a lot of Pokemon games. I will certainly say that much. So let's see. Animal Crossing Wild World. I basically beat that. I paid off my debt. I remember I played that for so long. And then, like, the last debt I paid off because one of my friends hacked the game and just gave me $1 million bells. So that was good. What game do I have in here? Pokemon Moon? I miss this 3DS XL. It's so cute. It's got a little Pikachu on. I'd show it to you, but I can't. Well, I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. You can Google it for yourself, you know. You've capable fingers to type. I have a lot of Pokemon games in here. Pokemon Black, Pokemon White. I definitely both... I beat the Elite Four in that, and I'm a champion. Who was the champion? Not Steven. What's his name? N? Anyway, I did that. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explores the Time. Did not beat that. Soul Silver. That's not mine. That's my sister's. Heart Gold. I did beat that. I have so many Pokemon games in here. What else do I have in here? Pokemon... Wait, hold on. What? Pokemon Black 2. I've not beaten that, actually. Did not get to the end of that. I don't remember where I stopped. But it's because I bought it, like, pretty soon after I beat Pokemon Black and Pokemon White. And I was like, I don't know why I'm still playing. Take a break. I mean, I just never got back to it. Platinum I beat. Diamond, this isn't mine. This is again my sister's. Ranger. I think I beat Pokemon Ranger. What was the final boss in Pokemon Ranger? Is this the first Pokemon Ranger as well? No, this is Shadows of Almia. What's the final boss in this one? I think I did beat it. Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia final boss. It's Darkrai. I guess that makes sense. I don't know if I think I beat it. I think I beat it. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if my save is on any of these. Big Brain Academy. You can't really beat that one, but you know, let's say I beat it. Dragon Quest 9. Nope. Tamagotchi Corner Shop. I think I actually did beat this one, which is wild to say. Tamagotchi, Tamagotchi. I actually really like playing that for whatever reason. I guess it was relaxing. It was sort of like a simulation game. Scribblenauts. I don't think I beat Scribblenauts. I don't even know why I got Scribblenauts. Golden Sun. Did not beat that. I got... No, I didn't get that far, no, to be honest. Mario Party DS. I'm pretty sure I beat that. The story mode about Animal Crossing Wild World doesn't have a story mode. Wow. Look at all these games I have in here. And I don't know why they're in my Game Boy case instead of my actual... with my DS, but, you know. Doesn't really matter now, does it? I need to take some time to put this away. It's a recurring theme, it seems, in these Animal Crossing episodes where I'm just not playing Animal Crossing, instead I'm just talking into a camera. And you might be like, you should probably like transition to like a podcast like segment on your channel. No! Animal Crossing is what got me here. Animal Crossing is here to stay. And you know, I'm going to reap the rewards when the next Animal Crossing game comes out or big expansion comes out. I'm like, whoa, who's this random person who's played Animal Crossing for like 1,000 days? Oh yeah, crossed the 900 mark recently. That was quite fun. Certainly not something I expected to happen. I certainly did not think the series would be going on for this long. Or that I'd still be playing Animal Crossing. Well, you know, loosely saying the terms playing Animal Crossing while like talking. I could certainly talk for 900 days in a row. For half an hour. Excuse me. Now I've taken everything out, this little drawer is getting quite hard to close again. Ugh, I even pulled it out of the box. Oh, this one's too high up. Slot that in there, why not? Oh, that doesn't fit either now. I've done that. Horrific. There we go. I should sort that out at some point probably, but you know, it's not really a big deal right now. So it's never going to be a big deal. No, that's not the point. Yeah, so there's a few abandoned games in there where I just never finished them. I'm not sure what I'm going to title this episode because I'm pretty sure I talked about this before. Maybe I'll talk about maybe I'll call it like a game unfinished or something. Sounds very dramatic, doesn't it? Sorry about that little bit of a pause. Trying to think of other games. I mean, I probably have a lot of Steam. You gave me another photo, Raymond? Wow, okay. I didn't expect that. Yes, you can actually get 2 photos from your villagers. I got 2 of all these photos, maybe even 3 or something. And if I recall, once you reach a certain threshold of friendship, you're more likely to get it from birthdays, from their birthday or something, if you give them a high enough reward gift. Which, by the way, one of the highest rewards is just wrap up a fruit not from your island, not native to your island. You're good. Yeah, I don't know. I can look at Steam games. What Steam games have I sort of abandoned and never finished? I've quite a few Steam games right now. I mean, of course, all the YouTube ones I've not abandoned. They've been finished now. I suppose I can remove Anarchy from this as well. Remove non-Steam game from the library. Apparently it was a game I got on itch.io or something, I don't know. Audio Surf I played a bit of and then never finished, I suppose. Actually, no, I don't know. I finished a lot of his game. Binding of Isaac Rebirth, I guess, technically, but, you know. Apparently I played this game for 300 hours. What on earth? It just takes a heck of a long time to actually finish everything in that. And I think... Oh, I've got a Sahara review of this thing today. I think one of the things, basically, I had left to do was basically just do Delirium for, like, most of the characters. And it's really, you know, Delirium is just, like, a really annoying boss. Is probably what I'd say. I think it's like Delirium and Mega Satan. I don't know, hold on. Let me see my achievements. Maybe see, I can look at them and figure out exactly which ones I'm missing by just scrolling down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I assume. Okay, so 7 of them still need to do Mega Satan. That's quite a lot. But considering there are like 28 characters or something, it's maybe not too bad. The locusts, I don't know what those are for. Are those all Apollyon stuff? So maybe I just haven't done stuff with Apollyon. Oh, I haven't done my alternate path with Eve, Azazel, Lazarus, Forgotten. Honestly, I'm not that far away. Oh, maybe these are Delirium. That can't be right. There's no way I did 4. There's no way I have to do more Mega Satan fights than Delirium fights. Did we just get a rug? I don't know what rug I got. Let's buy a large rug. If like the hidden achievements, I don't know if... I'm not sure. I've got the soul on, it seems, every single character. So that's Hush, I think. I don't know, I'm like looking at all of these and I don't really know. I've got like... It looks like I've got all the inverted cards as well. Oh, no, not a rug. I already bought a rug. Anyway, Binding of Isaac. It just got to a point where I was playing, you know, I was having a great time playing it, playing Repentance and all that stuff. And it just got to a point where I was like, I'm not really having that much fun playing this anymore. And I just stopped playing, and I just never picked it up again. Actually, no, I did pick it up again. Like, I don't know where I did. I was like, I'll give that a try again. Actually, I can see September 30th, 2021. I'll give it a try again. I tried it again, did one run as Tainted Keeper, and I beat it. And I was like, nah, I'm still not interested. Let's make a trade. Do we have enough tickets to make a trade? Did we not do our trade? I don't know. Biped. Did finish that. All these co-op like games tend to be finished. That's not true. I guess Bloody Trapland is not finished. Bloody Trapland got to the final level, and then it was too difficult. The closest I got to beating that final level was I got to like the last section, and then I, you know, died halfway on that last section. Incredibly sad. But you know, that's just how it is. Anyway, I think I'm going to round off this episode here because I don't really have much else to talk about. I mean, I could go through the rest of my Steam library, but it's not very interesting. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Any likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join me Dear Darling Discord, follow me on Twitter down below. Hope to see each other again, Pop and out. So farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.